Hi, Comp students. This is Mrs. Childers. I'm coming to you from my house. There's my Christmas tree. And remote learners, I want you on tonight's homework to write one thing that you see on my Christmas tree. Write that on your homework. That way I'll know you listened to this video. For the rest of you, we are all together, which is kind of fun. It'd be more fun if we were Zooming together, but I'm hoping that you guys are getting some good interaction in your other classes. I want to take this time to go over exercise 4, and then I'm going to give you one more assignment and some instructions for today. So exercise 4, you were supposed to tell the difference of whether to use simple past tense or past perfect. We already did number 1. Molly was a teacher before she became a lawyer. When you have a signal word like before or after, you just use simple past. Number 2, I saw Susan Chan, an old friend whom I had not seen in many years. So not seeing Susan for many years came before I saw her. At first, I did not recognize her because she had gained 50 pounds. Gaining 50 pounds came before me not recognizing her. Number 3, Joe realized that the teacher had asked him a question. So Joe was not paying attention in class, and the teacher asking him a question happened before Joe realized. Number 4, this one's a little bit weird because you have 2 actions that really are happening at the same time. It was midnight when I finally went to bed. I went to bed at midnight. So because those 2 things are happening at the same time, there's no need to use past perfect. Number 5, I felt better after I took some medicine. So you might have thought it sounds fine to say I felt better after I had taken some medicine, but that signal word after indicates sequence. You just do simple past. Number 6. So this is a little long. Hang with me. Number 6, when I went to see my math teacher about why I had received a failing grade on the last test, he examined my paper and then announced that he had made a mistake and changed my grade to an A. So you have 2 events that kind of precede the other actions. One is I had received a failing grade on the last test. That preceded me going to my teacher. And then my teacher making a mistake preceded him examining my paper and announcing. Okay? Number 7, when I tried to explain to my friend why I had not called him in several weeks, he told me not to worry because he had been out of town for a month. So you have 2 things. You've really got 2 independent clauses. And so in the first one, him not calling for several weeks came before he tried to explain the reason why. That's the first clause. And then the second clause, him being out of town for a month preceded him telling me not to worry. Okay? Okay, number 8, when Sharon and Will got married last month, they had known each other for only 2 weeks. Sharon and Will only knowing each other for 2 weeks preceded them getting married last month. And by the way, that is not an advisable way to enter marriage. Just file that away. Number 9, I went to the movies after I finished my homework. So after that signal word, so you're going to use simple past, even though it might sound good to have past perfect. You're using simple past. I went to the movies after I finished my homework, even though I had seen the movie many times. So seeing the movie many times preceded me going, and it preceded me finishing my homework. Number 10, lastly, Jerry came to the party, but no one had invited him. No one inviting him preceded Jerry coming to the party. Okay? Okay, so if you have questions about that, you can email me or we can talk about it tomorrow. But when you have that verb tense quiz on Friday, it's going to be a lot like this. You're going to fill in some blanks. So the big takeaway is that past perfect is indicating sequence of time. And if you have before or after, that sequence is already indicated and you would use simple past instead of past perfect. So So your grammar assignment for tonight is to do exercise 5. And this is getting us a little more into editing. You actually have a paragraph and you're going to go through, and the whole thing is written in simple past. Some of the verbs need to be changed to past perfect. So you're changing the ones that need to be changed into past perfect. Okay, so you're going to try to discern the sequence, and we will check this in class on Thursday. Okay, so that's our grammar portion. Now, as far as your writing, I did a lot of teaching on Tuesday, about what I wanted you to do. I really want to encourage you to use that checklist that I gave you. And you will see on that checklist that today my intention is that you would annotate source 1 in class, and that on Wednesday you would be annotating source 2. So in short, today, Wednesday, you should work at home on annotating source 1 and source 2. Now, I don't care if source 1 is a book or an online article. I don't care if source 2 is a book or an online article, but 2 of your sources you need to annotate. So you're reading them and you're marking them Roman numeral 2 for challenges, Roman numeral 3 for accomplishments, Roman numeral 4 for legacy. Any information you think you might want to put in the intro, Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 5 for info for the conclusion. So I cannot stress enough, if you do these small steps well, it is going to make the bigger steps so much easier. On Thursday, tomorrow in class, you will annotate your 3rd source. I will come around and I will check all 3 sources. That's just a 10-point grade. And then your annotation, your note-taking should be complete, and you should be ready to start your keyword outline on Friday, because that's what we will be working on. And I would say that if you find tomorrow we're going to have the computers, and you might need to find another source. I recognize that the sources you show me on Thursday may not be the sources that you ultimately end up writing from, but you're going to figure out as you're annotating which sources are of value and which are not. Okay. So I think annotating both sources should take you, 30, 40 minutes. And I wish you well. I will see you in class tomorrow, and we will check exercise 5. I will check off your 3 sources. Remember to label them, source 1, source 2, source 3, and we will have a writing lab for most of the class. Take care. Bye-bye.